He's
That's it.
facing death and the
Yes.
demise. Now, I learned something else about that. If you've ever, you know, the color crimson, red. Well, there is, they use these different little sea creatures to make dye. That's how they made purple by this little creature. It was like a shellfish. That's how they made the color purple, but it was difficult to do, and you really had to be skilled to do it. That's why Lydia was so wealthy because she had skill to do it and she was generous. But this crimson color comes from a worm called the crimson worm, and I just learned this recently that it is a worm that when it hatches its eggs, it attaches itself to a tree and then it hatches the eggs, or he actually lays the egg. The crimson worm lays the egg and lays on them against this tree and protects the ones under it. And it's crimson the whole time. And once they are nourished and they no longer need to be protected and fed by the worm turns white and falls to the ground. But the color crimson is left. That color, that stain is left in the wood on the tree. And I thought that was so fascinating. And I thought that that was, noteworthy. If you think about the blood of Jesus on that cross
Mhm.
and that crimson worm. And then when you read this and he says, I am a worm and no man, it's just all such a beautiful narrative